So Elisha calls and she asks me, after consent, her very first sentence is, do you find missing people? And I said, well, yes, that was in the consent process. That's one of the services. And she goes, well, I have a missing person. And my first thought was, well, shit. Then I might have to cancel the appointments for the rest of the day because this usually takes like the rest of the day, sometimes a week, sometimes a month. And I thought, okay, let me just ask the guides what's going on. And she goes, can you guarantee you're going to find him? And I said, no, of course I can't. And I said, all I can guarantee is that I'm going to try my best. And she says, I have a missing person. Let's see what you can do. And so I said to the spirit guides, what I always say, what's my very first question? Alive or dead? My very first, all the time. And so the guide said, oh, he's alive. And I said, okay, well, like, what else do you want me to start with? And they said, well, he's 6 years older than her. And I said, okay, and it is a male, yes. Is it a family member? No. So it's not related to her at all? No. Oh, then why is she trying to find a missing person? So I'm just, curious.
Feeling it out, yeah.
Yeah, and like, what's going on? Because sometimes people are calling because they're complete strangers, but there's reward money. And so I'm thinking, oh, okay, I think I need some information and get some validations first from the client and see if I really want to, I don't mean if I really want to do this, but if it's ethical to do this. Mm-hmm. So what's really going on? And they said, well, he's in New York. And I'm like, oh, that's really specific. I like that. I can use that. Where is she? She's in New York. Oh, okay. So they both live there. Yes. Okay. And is he still in New York? Is he still, because he's a missing person? He's not a missing person. And I'm like, what? She called him a missing person. Well, technically. And I'm like, what's happening? Well, he is a missing person to her, but he's not a missing person. And I'm like, oh, okay, hold on. So what can you tell me about this? And they said, well, he's married and he's with his wife. And I'm like, oh my God, I think I'm understanding. She's a girlfriend. And they said, that's right. But he goes missing on her.